Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Now I know it's been a while, I haven't been uploading that much, and yeah, that's kind of my own fault. But hey, I'm on finals right now, and almost done with them. Once when they're done, expect new videos. Anyways, this is an English project on Was It a Dream by Guy de Maupassant. I think I got that right, but just in case. This is a short story on his writing about a man that is going through the loss of his loved one. Now, it's very sad and also kind of in the mood for Halloween, so put on your spooky hats, get your jack-o'-lantern, what are they called? Your jack-o'-lantern buckets, and let's get into this right now. For this video, we are going to call our main character Decay. Now the story starts asking, what is love? Almost like a Shakespearean monologue. We're going to assume that this is Decay and that he is in a way hyping up love to resemble what is meant to him. We know that he's telling a story from what he's about to say in the story. He talks about the woman he loves before revealing she is dead. Decay is a character of just a pure madness mess. He panics, he cries, he forgets. All the things of a broken man, and definitely not a stable one. Perfect for the theme that I say is insanity. My claim in this video essay is that the theme is insanity. The central message of the story is insanity and obsession over a loss of a loved one. Now, it sounds crazy and is a hard pill to swallow, but I can assure you that this is this is pretty close to what it actually is, okay? And heck, I would argue is the main focus of this story. Now, we've already made the claim that this theme is for insanity, but what's going on that would, kind of induce that it's insanity? So I'm going to sum up the story real quick. You've probably read it if you're in class, but for those watching, our character Decay starts to reminisce on his wife's death. He explains that, quote unquote, but one evening she came home wet, for it was raining heavily, and the next day she coughed. And she coughed for about a week and to bed. Pretty much telling us that she is dying. What's alarming is that he doesn't remember crucial details like what happened or what she even said to him when he talked to her. It seems he only remembers the negative bits, like when one of the priests came to him and asked if she was cheating on him. And he remembers the coffin nails and the sound of the hammer nailing her in it. Decay even seems traumatized remembering the sound and all the details, and this is where his insanity really kicks up. And at his own wife's funeral, or whoever he was close to, whatever relationship they had going on there, it's fine. He realizes that she's underground and she's stuck there, and he runs away, not even paying his respects or anything. It's hard to know if he even did, but he goes home and quote unquote starts a journey, presumably to Paris. As he gets to the home they were, he has a breakdown, remembering that she would not be here, but the memories of her would. He talks about how her atoms are here and that all the things she did are still here, but she will never physically be here. He even makes the very serious claim that the grief was so strong he had an urge to throw himself out the window because he couldn't, quote, remain near these things, end quote. It gets so bad to the point where he fixates on a mirror that she would look at every day, and he just obsesses over it. He gets out of the house and heads to the graveyard, still stricken with pain and grief. He reads the writing on her grave and realizes the horror that the one he held dear is underneath where he is, rotting away and soon to merge with the soil. He wished for nothing more other than to weep in the cold all night. But in order to stay, he hides behind a tree till the sky darkens and, it becomes night. As the sky darkens, he pretty much becomes a blind man, aimlessly walking to find his lover's tomb, but to no avail. It's scarier when he says that there's no moon. Decay is alone, walking alone in the dark in a cemetery, the home of the dead. The graveyard seems to be almost infinite from the looks of it. Everywhere he goes, the insanity catches up to his body and he is temporarily paralyzed. He had no idea how long he was there, but the tomb he was sitting on moved, and arose the dead. A skeleton looked at the inscription of the tomb. It was a peaceful and respectable inscription, but the skeleton changes it to a gruesome truth. Decay notices all the skeletons are doing the same, writing the truth of how awful they are, and all sorts of the sins they are burning for. Decay scrambles to find his lover, running now past all the motionless dead, staring at their work. He then finds her without recognizing her at all, the inscription reading how she was loved, and now died. Now, it reads, having gone out in the rain one day in order to deceive her lover, she caught a cold and died. Most likely being stricken with pain, and the insanity finally takes its toll, Decay's last inch of sanity broke. The next morning, the people found him dead, on the grave alone. No one on this earth knows why or how this all happened. The memory burnt and gone forever. We've just gone over why the conflict enables insanity and decay. If you go into his point of view, it's nothing but pure shock and terror. Perfect for an insane point of view. Tell me, if you were in an infinite graveyard, almost blind, with no moon in the sky, and the graves seemed to go on forever, would you be sane? Probably not. And if you told anyone, they would probably tell you, you're insane. Exactly like what they would tell him, Decay, because he is insane. Go into Decay's point of view. It's guilt, fear, illusions, and grief. That's insanity. It wouldn't be a big detail if someone was just documenting his insanity. No. He is insane because he's forgetting these important details, and we can see it from his point of view. He is telling the story. The idea of losing someone and going through that loss can really hit another person hard when they go in Decay's point of view. The conflict mixed with the character and going through his point of view really resembles what it's like to be insane. He came there to do the last thing he wanted to do, and he died there. I don't know how he died, if he took his own life or not, but he died, so yeah, Halloween. Looking back at everything we talked about, I still believe that my claim is insanity and obsession over a loss. And I believe it is here and present throughout the entire story. We have evidence of him forgetting important events and going insane, being where she once was. Exaggerating details, far ahead of anyone losing someone. His heart was full of heartache and it killed him pretty much. Him seeing the dead rise up and say the awful truth of their lives and his lover lying to him, it makes me think, what would he write on his tombstone? I've already mentioned how the conflict revolves around characters and the theme and vice versa. It seems to be the perfect mix for a good story just in time for Halloween. Maybe in fact this journey was not a dream, but a nightmare leading to his death. The setting, themes, characters, and overall story really fits this display of insanity. Everything adds up to the story and just makes it something eerie. I wouldn't say it's really bad, but then it also is pretty good. It's somewhere in the middle. It's the perfect amount of eerie and unnecessary tension, but also a good storytelling. If we look at everything we've learned so far and really take a minute to think about it, there's no way this can't be anything other than insanity, guilt, or just some sort of obsession. You can't really go anywhere without it because the evidence is right here in front of you. If you haven't read this fully with the mindset that I have, go through and just think about it in my shoes. Then I believe your eyes will be opened up to my point of view and you will see why the theme is insanity. Thanks for watching this little analysis on Was It a Dream? Again, this is an English project and term finals are just about to finish up for me. I promise I got a video in the works. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you have a wonderful day or night.